What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Diaz back for another video. So Dame finally came through and he did my questions, but there was a twist. He had questions for me. So I am going to be doing them questions right now. Oh, y'all, see, this is my new tablet. It's the Amazon Fire. Nothing too special, but I am going to be recording today on it because of that test, that nationwide test that's going to be going on. So I'm going to be recording that. So let me, y'all, I had the questions wrote down, and I didn't even like really like pay attention to them because I wanted to kind of like off the top answer them, because I don't want people to think like, okay, it's rehearsed, like I just made up things or something like that. So I literally just wrote them down and then I put them aside. So with that being said, the first question is, what is it like living in my city? And what are the people like? Okay, so the city that I live in now, I was born here. I grew up here. I didn't move out until I was 21. And then after that, I didn't move back here until 2013. That was the year that my dad passed away. So I grew up in a housing complex. We call it the projects, but it was a housing association. These were rows of apartments. Was it bad living there? No. Only because, and I ain't gonna tell y'all my real age, but only because back then, like, we didn't have the amount of violence that we have now. And I'm not saying that we didn't have any. It was just, we didn't have it like we have it now, that we have back then. So we used to sleep out in tents. We used to do all kind of things growing up. Not good things, but not like really, really bad things. Like we did tic-tacking, knocking on people's door and running. You know, like we didn't vandalize or nothing like that. Like we just did like the basic thing that kids and preteens would do. And once I started to be like a teenager, I started to want to just kind of hang out on the steps with my friends and, you know, like go to the mall or, you know, little things like that. Like we didn't do nothing drastic. Not like these kids do now. Once I moved out, it was another apartment complex that I moved into. It was only maybe like 10 minutes from where I'm literally at right now. And it wasn't bad. It was just somewhere where you go when you're just starting out to help you get on your feet. Like they, you know, they helped you as far as like covering your rent, things like that. So it was kind of good, you know, back then, because me being younger at the younger age that I was, you know, it helped. So then 2013, I moved back to my neighborhood. And my father, because the city that I lived in after I lived in the apartment complex, the city that I lived in was not good. I'm not going to say it was bad, but it wasn't somewhere that you would want to raise a family. So when I told my father that that I was moving back, that, you know, I found a place that was in the city that I'm in now, you know, he kind of like a tear dropped, because he couldn't talk or anything like that. He had a stroke and he would have been paralyzed from his neck down, so he wouldn't have been able to talk or do anything. So when I did tell him that, a tear dropped, so I knew that he was happy that I was back, you know, where I was. So I've been here in this city, not in this same house, but in the same city since 2013. So it's been 10 years. Where I live at now, it's very, very quiet. Like it's almost like too quiet, because I'm so used to being in a neighborhood, being in the area to where you hear things all the time. Like you hear people outside, which you do, granted, like sometimes, but not a lot. It's not to the point where it's like 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, there's people hanging outside. Occasionally, depending on the season, depending on, you know, whatever, there may be people that might have a party that might go into like 11, 12, 1 o'clock, but very, very rare. Very rare. And I love the neighbors that I have. I have, you know, the most wonderful neighbors. So I'm happy. The only thing is the people, like when I grew up in the area that I'm in right now, when I grew up here, back then when I was younger, it was predominantly white. There was no people like of color really here. If you did see, it was like maybe 1 or 2, but the only reason why you would see people in the neighborhood is because they went to school here and they would hang out with the kids that lived here. And that's the city that's literally right next to me. But now it's more diverse. It's more of mixed. Like you have everyone here. And that's what I like about it, because it's so much more, I can't say more comfortable, but it's better to have a mixed community than just having one race. The people here are friendly. I mean, you do have some that just kind of stick to themselves and don't say nothing to anybody, but you know, it is what it is. Nobody's rude. You might have, like I said, just people just sticking to themselves, but they're not like rude or anything like that. So that's my answer to question number 1. See, that's 7 minutes. Question number 1. I know, I promise you I'm not going to make 7 minutes for each question. Maybe. Okay, question number 2 is what made you get your firearm permit? What has it been like? All right, so the reason why I got my permit is because I wanted to be legal. In my state, if you do want to conceal, you have to have a permit, but you can open carry. To me, I got my permit because, like I said, I wanted to be legal, but I conceal mine. I would never want to open carry mine, only because it's kind of like a test. It's kind of like a threat if you're open carrying, because it's basically like, okay, don't fuck with me because I have a gun. I don't want to be that way. I don't want people to portray me as somebody that is like that, because I'm not. Will I stand my ground? Of course. But it's only if it's necessary. So I got my concealed carry only because I wanted to be legal. And you, like I said, if you conceal carry, you have to have a permit here. Open carry, you don't. So that's the main reason why. I didn't go to a shooting range until after I got my permit and after I got my firearm. That's whenever I started going to the range. And I do have other range videos that I want to post. I just have to have the time to get up there because it is like a 45-minute drive. So I kind of wanted to get some YouTubers together like I did before, and I wanted to do kind of like a range day. Like, you know, go get some lunch, you know, go to the shooting range, just kind of chill, hang out. So that's in the making, but with the weather starting to change and everything, it's going to be kind of hard to try to get up there now. But we'll see. All right, so question number 3. Have you always been a chef? All right, listen. I don't consider myself a chef. I have to give credit where credit's due, because if it wasn't for this person, I probably never would have put any cooking videos on YouTube. So this shout out goes to Smoking and Grilling with AB. If y'all love food and you guys want to cook and you guys want something good to cook, some ideas and how to do it, go check him out. Go check him out. I'm going to say this. I'm going to show you. This is all, these pages right here are all just recipes. Sorry, y'all. Somebody, they stopped by my house. Alright, so I have not always been a chef, no. I have always cooked, okay, you know, regular food. But I never really got into making videos on YouTube for people. So that's the reason why. Smoking and Grilling with AB. And I'll put his description I'll put his link in the description below so that way you can go check him out. I know you're going to be like, I don't cook anyway. I don't have the patience. I don't have the time. I sometimes don't have the patience either. But once you do it, it's a whole new ball game. You're just like, I could do this all the time. And most of my recipes, all right, for instance, I'm going to give you that one that I told you about, the pepperoni pasta bake. You have 5 ingredients. Okay? You have noodles, spaghetti sauce, pepperoni, ground meat, and shredded cheese. Okay? You put the noodle sauce and ground meat all together. Mix it all up. Okay? Then you put the shredded cheese on top, put the pepperoni on top, throw it in the oven. You're done. It is like literally that simple. Then I have the one that's the lasagna bake, okay, which is like 7 ingredients, but the only thing different is you use like Italian seasoning, garlic powder, and then you use Parmesan cheese, and then you use Rayo sauce. But it's basically almost the same thing. It's like you add it all to it, then you put like the cheese and the seasoning and stuff like that in it, and then you just bake it. So it's not hard. It's literally not hard at all. I do have some more like complex. I do have some more complex ones that I do want to do. Like I've made the chili before. They have ones. It's called chili cheese tater tots. There's a Dorito taco salad. There's buffalo chicken calzones. There's Sloppy Joe baked potatoes. There's ranch pork chops. Ranch buffalo wings. Vegetable pizza. Vegetable pizza is so bomb. Like literally probably the easiest thing that you've ever made. Because all the ingredients are cold. Like it's just vegetables. It's like broccoli, green pepper, tomatoes, cucumbers, like stuff like that. And you just assemble like you would assemble a pizza. Like you put the ranch dressing down on the crescent roll. Okay, it's a whole crescent roll. You don't break it apart or nothing. The crescent roll. You bake that for maybe like 5 minutes, okay? Then you put the ranch dressing down, and then you put all the toppings on there, and that's it. So it's very, like, it's very easy. It's just, I mean, you do have to kind of have a little bit of patience, but I'm going to get you there. All right, so number 5 is tell us about your channel. What got me into making content? Well, I posted, if you scroll back to like my very first video, I did 2 paranormal videos that were on my TV. And like there was a bunch of us sitting in the living room, and I had Xfinity at that time. It's Xfinity cable service. And when you search, you have to search like each letter. You have to type in each letter of what you want to watch. This thing was typing like whole sentences. Like literally. And at that time I had a Ouija board. And someone took it out of the house and put it into one of their vehicles because they didn't want it like in the house when they were there. So this Xfinity typed exactly where this Ouija board was. And no one knew but us. So I was like, whoa, like, and that's why I recorded, because I was just like, okay, these things, like, it's talking and it's telling people to come to the attic and like all these different things. So it was kind of creepy. But that was the first one that I did. And then like watching other people make YouTube is probably why I wanted to make YouTube videos, is because I was just like, okay, like I could do this. I could talk on camera. At first, I kind of was just like sporadically doing it, and I didn't really I didn't care as much. But then I really, really got into it. Probably, I would say about 4 years ago, I really got into making YouTube. And then I got roadblocks put in my way because my channel wouldn't get monetized because of certain videos that I had. I had to take those down. And then it was community guideline strikes and all this other stuff. And I couldn't get into my AdSense. So I was like, at that point, I was just like, oh, sorry. Oh. At that point, I was just like, I'm ready to give up. Like, I don't even care anymore. And then somebody was like, no, just, go through your videos. It's going to be time consuming, but go through your videos and just make sure that you don't have no certain content on there that talks about certain things that you're not allowed to talk about. So I did. And here I am. I'm monetized, but the only thing is I have to crack the threshold, which is $100. And, I need like donations and things like that put on my channel, because if not, then I won't beat the threshold. So it's either grind really, 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 really hard, or grind hard and get donations, which I haven't been successful in getting any super thanks, which is the little, if you see like a little heart with a money symbol at the bottom of my video, that's the super thanks. So that's how I can get donated, and it can go straight to my channel. And then that will help me crack the threshold. So any of you out there, support your girl. Please go to that channel thing at the bottom, that little heart with the money symbol. Click that, and you could donate any amount of money that you want to my channel. It will help. It will support me, and I can bring some way better videos than what I have right now. All right, so question number 5, or no, actually question number 4. Dang, 17 minutes already? What is my dream vehicle and why? All right, don't laugh at me. Don't laugh, because I'm like the most simple person. I don't want like Lamborghinis and Teslas and Ferraris and like all that stuff. I'm very, very simple. If I could have any car that I want, there's actually 2. One I had already and it caught on fire, and I cried so bad because I love that car. I had a Regal, a Buick Regal. It had the thick gangster white walls. It was all white. It had the blue leather roofing to it, like in the back. It had all that. I was just, and it was my fault that it caught on fire because my heater core was making a noise. And every time I would turn my heater on, like you would hear, and I never said anything about it because I was like, dang, I'm like, if I say something about it, my car will be down. I can't go nowhere. So I never said anything. So I was parked at my aunt's house, and I was getting my little cousin's graduation picture. And I left the car running because I was just running in to grab her picture, and then I was leaving. So I was in there for 2 minutes, and I come out, it was the whole front end, like everything was on fire. I was just like, oh my God. So I'm in my car, I'm trying to get all my stuff, and my aunt's like, get out of the car, get out of the car. I'm like, no, I have my tassel and everything hanging up. So the fire truck came, they put it out. In the meantime, like my uncle had like this hose, he's trying to put it out, and it wasn't putting it out. So it was kind of like a lost cause. But somebody did buy it, and they restored it a little bit. Like the whole dashboard and everything was all melted, and it was just crazy. So a Buick Regal, and I believe mine was an 84. 84 Buick Regal. It's all white with gangster white walls. And then my other one is the Dodge Dart. And I don't ask me why. Like, for some reason, I like that car. But I have to have it black on black. It has to be all black with black rims. I seen a car like that. It's literally 5 minutes from my house, and I was just like, every day I'm like, I want that car. I want that car. And people are gonna be like, oh, why don't you just go buy it? It's only like $12,000. I don't want a car payment. Like, I own my vehicle. I don't want a car payment. I don't want the hassle of having to owe somebody something to what, if it's gonna be like that, I'll do a house. Like, I'll buy a house. So yeah, Dodge Dart and the Buick Regal. That's my two cars. Okay. Number 5. Wait, why did I do that opposite? All right, no, I am on number 6. I did number 5 with number 4. All right, I'm confused. Okay, so the last question is, if you were to do a YouTube meet, if we were to do a YouTube meetup, where should it be? I don't know. I'd have to see, like, where. I would honestly, and now you can see that this is not staged, because I wouldn't know what to answer. Alright, so let me see. I'll be bringing up no, I don't care about that. Alright, so let me see. You are in Connecticut, so you're right there. Oh shit. I mean, we could do shit. I don't know, because you're like right there. I don't know. You'd have to tell me, because you're like 4 or 5 hours from me. So that's not even that long. So I'd have to see, like, the travel distance, like the way we travel to get to each other, and then kind of do like a halfway thing there, because it would be pointless for us to go to some like other state that's far for both of us. I was going to say Florida, because I actually have plans on, I want to go to Florida this summer coming up. So I may just do that. I may just do that. So if you want to do Florida, we could do Florida, Miami, wherever. So that is my answers. That's my long answers. For Dame Reacts, if y'all are not subscribed to his channel, I don't know what the hell y'all doing. Y'all go subscribe to that man. That's my boy. That's my homie. I can't say boy because you a man. I'm sorry. That's my homie. That's like a best friend that I never even met before. Alright, so if y'all are not subscribed to, get the hell away from me. If y'all are not subscribed to his channel, go subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications, and make sure y'all donate to both the channels. Alright, mine is right there. There's mine if you want to donate to the channel. And there's his right there. Alright, so if y'all want to donate to either one of those. Yeah, and just keep watching. Keep watching. I love you guys. I'm not going to do his saying. I say take care of myself. No, or take care of yourself for me. No, I'm not doing that, because that's his. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Thank you guys to all my supporters. My A1s, my day ones, my new ones, my old ones. I love you guys. I'm out. I'm going to go enjoy the rest of this day. Y'all, that cell phone test is coming, so beware. They tell y'all to turn y'all phones off. They said that if you have your phone on, they can pinpoint your location. They already know your location anyway. So I'm going to make a video. I'm going to record it. I'm going to record it on my tablet, on my phone, like to my phone, so that way y'all can see what my phone's doing. And I'm also going to show you what my TV's doing. So hopefully it's just a test. But like I said, why would one of my cousins have a letter out saying that it's mandatory for their children to attend school today? It's mandatory for your child to attend school every day. Why today? Of all days, why today? All right, y'all. I am out. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. More questions coming. I just got to think now. See, me and Dane's been talking a lot. So now that I'm starting to get to know him a little bit more, I might have some better questions. Stay tuned, Dame. Questions coming your way. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Love you guys. Love you, Dame. And I will see you guys. And I got to get up to turn my thing off. Love you.